Hello, welcome back to the Good, Bad and Stupid News. It's Wednesday, 28th of August. This is episode 27. Don't know what's going on with the lighting. It seems a little bit dark on the lighting here today, but I've been messing with it for the last 10 minutes and I haven't got time, so I'm just going to leave it as it is and roll with it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about because you're listening on the podcast, it's because there's a video version which you can choose to watch my pretty face or listen to my silly voice, either or, your choice. But obviously I'll be showing photographs to the video, which you'll probably think, what the hell is he going on about if you're listening on the podcast? So I'm going to get straight on. The weather's changed, hasn't it? It's raining today. It's been quite freshened it up, hasn't it? But I just wonder how many people here who were moaning about the sunshine yesterday or how hot it was are now going to be moaning about the rain today. You know, you've got that fine bit of weather that you actually do like, and that never comes because it's England, so you're going to be up and down like a yo-yo. So unfortunately, people just don't want to go to work in the rain, do they? Don't want to go to work in the sun. So I think the real issue is work. So if we can all sort of figure out a way that we don't have to do that, we can enjoy the rain, enjoy the sun, do as we please. Or if you've got all the money in the world, you can just piss off somewhere for a while and not have to sort of, stand at a bus stop in the pissing down the rain. So I get it, but, it's England, isn't it? You just got to learn to love it. What was I going to say? I tried to get in the sunny spirit over the weekend. I bought a fucking coconut. I bought a coconut. I was going to make one of those... one of them coconut drinks. I was going to do something with it anyway, but I bought a coconut. Anyway, I smashed into it yesterday in the heat. Hot day, I was going to do something with it. Smashed it open. Well, did I know that coconuts go off? Coconuts go off. It stunk the fucking house out. I tell you what, I can't get the smell out my nose. It's stuck to my nose hairs and stuff. I think it's like I'm going to need therapy and everything to get over that. The coconut the smell of an off coconut is absolutely disgusting, and I can't even take it back because I had to throw it away straight away. But bought it right off the shelf. The guy's selling fucking rotten coconuts. It must have, I don't know where they come from. He's probably had them again because of the weather. He's probably had them in storage for the past while the weather's been shit, and all of a sudden sunny days come out. He's gone, what? Fucking do something with them coconuts. They're fucking going off. Well, I can tell you now, Mr. Whoever you are, your coconuts have gone off. I fucking smashed open a shit-smelling genie that came out the coconut, and that honestly I can't get the smell. Rotten. So that ruined my what was he going to have? Malibu and coconut Malibu or whatever I was going to have. Getting in the spirit of it. So yeah, never mind. Leave the cocktails to the professionals. What was I going to say? Right, let's get on with the news anyway. Enough about my coconut. Check your date on your coconuts. There's no date on coconuts. There's no fucking date on them. You just got to buy it raw and just go, yeah, looks all right. Looks the same. Looks like it's all right. Anyway, so we're going to roll on. Obviously Prince Andrew's front page news again. Got to roll with it. It's on the news, isn't it? So Andrew knows what he's done. The girl has come out and said, the girl who said that she was forced to have sex with him when she was 17. He knows what he's done. I was just wondering with that is like, what has she got to? Because she's at court with all the other girls that are coming out to say they're a bit against Epstein. She's saying something about him as well. But what's she got to gain by dragging him through the situation? I'm saying that why would she do it if there was nothing in it? What's she got to gain by muddying her own name and sort of dragging her own self through and putting herself at risk? Because you're probably thinking, I'm going to get fucking bombed off here. Man, you might think that. But if you're going to sort of make these things, I mean, there's a lot of people making a lot of accusations about Epstein. She's obviously making something about one of the people who's visiting. Who knows, but it needs to be investigated, doesn't it? But at the same time, you just wonder why would she lie about something like that? You know, it's like he's there all the time. It's a murky business, but it's strange that they won't question him. So I'll tell you the shit will hit the fan if any of the others start piping up and going, and me, and me, and me. Because what happens is people, young girls or young people, they become adults, they grow up, and then they get courage and they come out and say something. So unless you're going to fucking, you know, clean your tracks or something along the way, it's all going to come back on you. So if you're going to be lived with those kind of issues, as I say, I'm not saying anything, I'm not making any kind of judgments, but people are starting to come out now. So if people with anything to hide, it's nervous times, isn't it? They've got to be shitting themselves. So the rumour mill is a rolling. And I mentioned yesterday about Cliff Richard, didn't I? Saying he got fucking, because about them not going to investigate, he got destroyed by the media, and to no allegations, trial by media and everything else, and police and whatever. But he said here today, or somebody in the paper, saying he has spent £4.5 million still trying to clear his name. Despite the historic sex assault claims being dropped against him. So he said he's still waiting for an apology. Well, he's waiting for an apology from the police, and also he said he was given an apology by the BBC. They're still waiting for an apology for the BBC, who kind of gave one but ruined it by saying the word "but." Obviously still standing by what they did, but yeah, I was surprised that he only got 200 when he won his case against him. He only got 200 grand, and he's having to spend 4.5 million still trying to clear his name. So just shows one rule for one rule for another there, because they just deemed him part of the fucking Jimmy Savile brigade. But you can't be that if you're they're picking and choosing, aren't they, who they're going to go after, or what's going to look bad on them. But yeah, so more to come on that. I'm pretty certain that one's going to roll on for fucking months. But let's move on to something a little bit. Oh no, let's get this one out of the way first. The Hong Kong, the riots and stuff in Hong Kong, or the protests in Hong Kong. There's a picture of a guy with an umbrella, with a policeman pointing the pistol at him. And the guy with the umbrella, there's the picture there, look. So he's pointing the picture at him. The guy's holding an umbrella, and he's like, he's brave, but he's pretty much standing there like almost saying, fucking, I dare you, make me a martyr. I'm going to be the new Tiananmen Square fucking picture. But, I mean, like I say, he's brave, but don't lose your fucking life over it, because that guy could very well pull the trigger. He's only holding an umbrella, but if you're willing to point a gun at a guy holding a fucking umbrella, he's hardly the most threatening looking dude. He's skinny as anything. But he could have just pulled that trigger in nerves. You don't know what's going on behind, do you? So all of a sudden. So it just shows what people having to fight for democracy and fight for something you take for granted in other places. Or, I mean, democracy's farcical in a lot of places, including here a lot of the times when it comes down to the media and stuff controlling everything, but some form of democracy at the very least as a basis. But they're having to fight for it there against, you know, communist, the Chinese communists, who are also against the communist rules. If you think about how much fucking money China makes and how much like capitalist kind of wealth that they make, if you want to call it that, then they're against what they apparently stand for anyway. So why can't you just let them have the democracy? It's fucking, yeah, it's a crazy old world, isn't it? But it just goes to show that you can't like sort of just believe anything. You just have to fucking, you know, even the people who stand by the were this, were that, behind the scenes they're doing something completely different. And it's always money related, wealth related, whether it's corruption, whether it's, you know, we're not for wealth and all that, but they're fucking backhanding it behind them. Anyway, what do I know? I ain't got no money, so I'll get in. When I'm wealthy, I'll start having people throw shit at my walls, and then I'll have to fucking argue my position. But not for a long time yet, I imagine. I've got one here about swingers. I'll come back to that one in a bit. Can't jump off my political fucking perspective and start talking about a swingers club. Let's go something like Bradley Wiggins. Spoke about Sir Bradley Wiggins. He said that he doesn't want to. He's going to be a social worker. That's good. He's saying he doesn't give a shit about his biking career and wants to become a social worker. And he's taken a course in social work to help people because of his strong character. And he wants to inspire others. He said, I don't give a shit about cycling. I don't want to live off the back of it. I'm happy in my own skin. Horrific things I saw growing up, nothing can shock me now. Good thing about that is that he's choosing to do something like that. He doesn't have to. He's Sir Bradley Wiggins, or he's Sir. I mean, forget the Sir. It's fucking bullshit anyway. He should just cut that off. He should say, I don't want that either. But he's who he is and where he is, and he's choosing to do that. He could just be one of these people who want to be a fucking celebrity for the rest of their lives and go in and out of these stupid game shows and whatever else. But he's not interested in that. He wants to do something. It just shows he's real. He's down with fucking people who. He's not on the dizzy heights of where he is as a Sir. He's like down with the people who. Where he come from. I don't know where he come from. Does he come from like working class and whatever? I'm not too sure. So probably should check. But at the same time, he cares about people, and that, and not a lot of people do. But as I said, his biking career comes to an end. He's not gonna. He'll probably still do some of the celebrity stuff, but it's good that he's doing something that really he doesn't have to do at all. He could just carry on with all the corporate dues and all that kind of stuff. He hasn't got to do anything like that. That's a lot of work, social work. It's years. A friend of mine's gone through all the courses, and it took years and years. That was counselling and stuff, but still, same thing, isn't it? It takes a long time and a lot of dedication. So good for him. Just get rid of the Sir. You know, you kind of fucking. I don't know. Don't deserve. I'm not saying he don't deserve it. I'm saying he doesn't need it. Is what I meant to say. He doesn't need it. A judge has ordered the US drugs company Johnson & Johnson to pay $572 million for its role in America's opioid addiction crisis. District Judge, the ravaged state of Oklahoma, who's seen something like 6,000 deaths, or 4,653 people between 2007 and 2010 years, 4,650. This is basically drugs that are being prescribed drugs, prescribed drugs that you assume are good for you and will fix you or will improve you where you are to where you're fucking gonna be. No, you go fucking backwards. And I was watching a thing yesterday saying that if you take them, some of them, for pain, if you take too much of them or take the wrong dosage or whatever, it actually makes the pain worse. You're taking painkillers for fucking pain, and it actually makes your pain double or worse, meaning you want to take more of the painkillers. It's a fucking vicious circle, but they're just like pumping them out because it's again profit. They want to fucking get they want to get these out there, don't they? Not the doctors as such, but the doctors have got 5 minutes to see you, so they're like painkillers. You got pain, painkillers. You got pain, painkillers. They ain't got time to give you any long chats about fixing ailments another way, or why don't you try these herbal or fucking natural situations that might work, or before you hit the opioids. No, they're just like banging them out. Probably told to. I don't know whether in America, I imagine there, because it's all profit, their healthcare system, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, this company's had to pay $572 million. Hopefully that's a precedent that it's going to roll out to all the other ones that I think twice about fucking getting people hooked on that shit. It's always that's the opioids. That's even the rich. I was going to say it's always the poorer people, but poorer people when it comes to the Valiums and all that fucking awash the place. Not just the poorer people, all the middle class people got it as well, didn't they? Anybody struggling with work, well, in America they fucking write a prescription for everything, but single parents and whatever on council estates were fucking, it was like Valium Central. It's like zombie towns. Yeah, but it's all addictive, so you got to watch what fucking people write on a prescription. Anyway, I don't want to talk anymore about it. Let's move on to something else. John Travolta had a bit of a blank space when it come to recognising Taylor Swift. He mistook Taylor Swift for a drag queen. The Grease star swore on stage during his balls up on Monday night's MTV Awards, so he's gone over thinking that she was a... I shouldn't do... I don't know where the fuck that's going, but he's basically saying there are drag queens there, so it's an easy mistake to make. She might have had his back to him, but he thought he was going to turn around and like... But the drag queens, I'm not saying anything, the drag queens look good. She looks good, so easy mistake to make. In fact, anybody who's looking odd there is John Travolta himself, because he's got a bald head. I didn't know John Travolta had a bald head. He's like a proper bald. I mean, fucking shaved like Jason Statham style. So there you go. He's the odd one out in that lot, because they've all got nice glowing wigs and different colour hair, and like, you know, it's all about the hairdo and everything. And he's walked on with a fucking bald head, and everyone's probably going like, double taking John Travolta. He looks good, I'm sure. Anyway, he's don't look as good as when he was in Greece, though. He looked the business then, didn't he? He's got a... Well, you look better with hair, but still, if you're bald, didn't you? Where am I going with that? But he's a Scientologist, though. You got to lose that. There's something fucking wrong with him if he's a Scientologist. So I ain't got time to go into that. But oh yeah, talking about pills and that again. Let's get back, even though it's depressing, but meant to be a bit light-hearted on here. But Brits holiday in Spain could be confronted by werewolves after contaminated medicine gave 16 youngsters hairy faces. I'm not just talking about a little bit of hair on the face. I'm talking about fucking, look at that. That's like the back of your head, but with eyes. So they gave children, they developed hypertrichosis, which is werewolf syndrome, after taking a formula tainted with hair loss remedy minoxidil. The condition causes excess hair to grow all over the body. So the medics discovered the problem after children given omeprazole used for indigestion began to sprout locks. So there you go. You've been prescribed fucking a drug for indigestion. Oh, you got a bit of a bad stomach. There's loads of fucking hundreds of natural remedies for indigestion, yet they give you omeprazole, whatever the fuck that is, which makes your face full of hair, or, you know, and now you're going to reverse that. Now how they're going to fucking deal with that? So prescription drugs, it's fucking, look, that's ridiculous. I mean, I ain't got time to read the whole thing, but hopefully they reverse that. But you have to be shaving early, 60, well, not too early shaving, but he's got hairier face than even the hairiest of blokes. Shame. Although some girls might like that. Some girls like the werewolf look, don't they? Wolverine. You can play off the back of that. You might fucking be milking it for a while. It's different, isn't it? Maybe John Travolta should take some for his... or anybody that's looking for... Well, you don't want it for your face, though, do you? Can you sort of take half a pill and have half a hairy head? Oh, never mind. This is all fucking off the top of my head, you know. So if you're wondering what the fuck he's talking about, I've no idea myself. Making it up as I go along. Peaky Blinders back on the telly, isn't it? There's a club, swingers club, which are having a night where they're telling people to dress up as the Peaky Blinders, flat caps, posh suits and fancy frocks for a Peaky Blinders inspired orgy. Well, they won't have the clothes on for very long then, I guess. It's probably because they have the orgies in the programme, aren't they? So they want to kind of recreate that. But what's funny about it was men were told to arrive looking like the anti-hero Tommy Shelby, while women should wear period dresses like family matriarch Polly. And it said the swinging club Decadence in Rochdale. That's what fucking cracked me up. Decadence in Rochdale. Do the two go together? I've never been to Rochdale, but it sounds more like a more working class rootsy type place. Maybe not. I don't want to stereotype it, but it reminds me. It doesn't seem like a swinging decadence club. £10 a couple, so it's also not going for the classy number. £10 a couple, wife swapping party. There might be a fucking cockleman there as well, or what's he called? A guy selling meat out the back of a van, robbed the Tesco's. Probably got it all going on there. But £10 a couple, free cockles. If you want to go along, that's fuck all, is it? £10 a couple. Might as well just not charge them a drink. So yeah, there you go. If you want to get down, get off to Decadence in Rochdale with your flat cap. It's got a jacuzzi, playrooms, massive bed, wet room, double shower, and a fantastic hot sauna. I imagine one of those has got to be broken. There's got to be something out of order. There's a jacuzzi, swimming pool. Is it chlorinated? Be careful out there. You'll be on those, you'll be on the prescribed pills, and you never know where that's going to lead you. In Between a star James Buckley has blasted this morning for exploiting celebrities with mental health problems to boost ratings. I spoke about this guy before. He's the lead guy in Inbetweeners, and it's good of him to come out and say, like, he talks about his mental health issues based on the coming from the show, how he suffers with anxiety and stuff because he's always getting talk to him in the street. People always coming up to him, whatever else. But he's saying that he's because he spoke out about these kind of things, he's now being bombarded with people asking him to come onto This Morning TV and morning TV programs to talk about his mental health issues. And he's right, is what he's saying. He's saying, I was asked to go on This Morning daytime TV shows and talk about it. And I'm like, I did talk about it. You didn't report it properly, and it made me even more anxious and depressed. He's saying they bait people to come on the show with mental health problems to make it entertaining. And he said whatever, and he's talking about the Kerry Katona clip where she came on and she's gurning and whatever else on there, and that's always been rotated around the news as if some kind of advertisement for that section of the show or whatever. And it's true. If you ever watched that This Morning program, they have all kinds of people on there which are clearly nuts. I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, not him, not this thing, but I'm talking about the people who they have on there. Who one woman was getting married to her duvet, and then there was another woman who was said she was having sex with ghosts, or she'd married a poltergeist, and they were going to be having. Or she was getting married, saying he proposed to her on a trip to Wookey Hole. I remember this fucking like it was yesterday, yeah. But Philip Schofield asked her, did he get down on one knee? They're ribbing her really, aren't they? And then she said, no, he hasn't got any knees. But she came across like totally normal, but I mean, that's all off the wall, isn't it? So clearly she's not right. And they get people on and they exploit the mental illness in a way because they're kind of going. There was another guy who has 18-hour orgasms and all sorts of crazy shit going on there. But people agree to go on there. I suppose they're getting paid. But he's saying that they bait people to go on there to talk about it, and then really they're using your mental health for like some kind of entertainment. I suppose it could on the back of like seeing if it would help other people, but he's saying that he spoke about it lots of times, so people can get it from that. They don't need to come onto Good Morning TV to be fucking put on a pedestal, if you like. And this other guy here talking mental health. This guy has trudged 12,000 miles as part of his mission to walk the entire UK coastline with only a dog for a company. The dog that he met along the way, funnily enough. So this dog might not even be his dog. Don't just meet a dog in the street, do you? And the dog's gone on a 12-mile walk with him, 12,000-mile walk with him, and like a dog. Where's the dog come from? It's probably just somebody's like, where the fuck's the dog gone? So everybody's looking for a dog. Might be going on a walk with this guy. He's having a good time by the looks of it anyway. But he's saying to beat depression, he just went on this 12-mile walk around the coast, and he's doing it over a number of years. I think it's going to take him another 2 years. And he's saying he's fighting depression, walking back to happiness. He's saying, and he's like doing that. So it's good, isn't it? Because I do that. I like going on a long walk when I fucking. You got to clear your head, don't you? And you just walk, and long walks do help. I've not been on a 12,000-mile one, but I can see where he's coming from. And also, again, he's out of work, isn't he? So he's just fucking walking. All he's got to do is take it all in. As long as you've got the money, just take it all in. But he's camping, and he's probably getting like. He's got Instagram followers and all that, so he's probably given places to stay along the way. Good. I'd rather fucking walk around the country than go to some shit job. It's probably where his depression started. Peaky Blinders are meant to do the Peaky Blinders fan. A Peaky Blinders fan did a double take when he spotted her B&Q wallpaper on the 1920s gangster show. So she bought wallpaper for B&Q. And it was in the background in the on the show. The Edwardian design appeared in the first episode of the new BBC One series. Well, you can't see it there, but one's a bit darker. That one's a bit roughed up. But it's an Edwardian design, so you've got. It's not necessarily the one from B&Q. It might be, but it's an Edwardian design, so it is from the period. So they're not totally just like getting some shit fucking modern wallpaper out of B&Q. It's a Edwardian design, so it's right in the time of when it's meant to be. But she just spotted it anyway. She said, "Oh my god, that's our fucking wall. Look, it's our wallpaper on the Peaky Blinders." Nobody's come. Has anyone said anything? The exact wallpaper used is believed to have been discontinued, but similar costs, similar design. So that's the Mr. Trick there, haven't they, B&Q? Fucking, they've discontinued. They've used it in Peaky Blinders and you've discontinued it. Everyone will be wanting to buy that now. Mr. Trick there. Anyway, never mind. It'll probably come back out now. But they said there's similar designs for £16 and whatever else. If you're interested, get yourself down to B&Q. Right, going to finish up now on the last few little bits here. What have we got here? Super Troopers. Soldiers may have soon... Where's that other bit gone? I think I've lost some. Anyway, soldiers may soon be able to see in the dark like superheroes by having particles injected into their eyeballs, say scientists. So that's a bit extreme, isn't it? What if you don't want to see in the dark? If you're going to see in the dark, always, you wouldn't be able to fucking sleep, would you? If you're constantly seeing in the dark. Good if you're in the. Why don't you just make glasses that you can see in the dark through the glasses? So they're going to have injections into their eyeballs so that they can see in the dark. You can't switch that off or on, can you? It'd be good though. It's like a superhero, isn't it? You know what I mean? You could like wow party trick, that would be. Don't tell anybody about it, and then like play like was it betting games or whatever? You can find shit in the dark. But yeah, so how are they going to use that yet? Because you got to have what they use at the minute, infrared or infrared or whatever. You're going to fuck your eyes up. That is, isn't it? You're going to be a guinea pig, first person who does that. You're going to be able to see in the dark, but you're not going to be able to sleep at night. Can't put curtains across your eyeballs. Right, I'm going to finish on the... red wine, last two. Red wine can help stop people getting porky, a study suggests. Drinkers of, this is good for you if you like a drink. Drinkers of an occasional glass of red wine can lower your body mass index. So a typical difference of 0.3 to 0.7 is equivalent up to £4 in a 5. I can't fucking read all that. Basically, what it's saying is a glass of red wine or whatever can help you burn fat and not get so porky. So, how many of you out there are going to use that as your excuse for fucking, going to call, like, get all your sporting gear on, and then everyone thinks you're off to the gym or going for a run. All of a sudden, you walk straight over to the wine cupboard, bottle of red wine out, and just fucking neck a bottle of red wine in your tracksuit or your fucking leotard or whatever you've got on, and calling that your workout, because apparently it beats getting fat. So if you want to keep trim, neck the wine. Obviously, it's going to do. You're going to get on a few people's nerves if you're knocking back a bottle of red wine a night, but still, knock yourself out, whatever you're up to, and don't do this. A drug driver took place on a 30. This is what I'm finishing up on, the 30-mile pursuit the wrong way down a motorway while 14 times over the cocaine limit. So he fucking didn't know which way was up, did he? If he's on that much, it was like fucking probably thought he was going for a Sunday drive spin, but he took him the wrong way around the motorway, weaving in and out of lanes, and he was irrational and nonsensical when they caught up with him, and they said that he had 689 milligrams of cocaine metabolite benzene or whatever that is per litre of blood, when the limit is 50 milligrams. So who knew there was a limit to how much cocaine you're allowed to drive on? So there you go. If you are that way inclined, the limit is 50 milligrams, and then you're plain sailing and you're safe to drive. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Bye.